Okay, remember that they're changing my voice. And keep in mind, I live in California. California has some of the most vicious gang members in human history. The Bloods, the Crips, okay, huge Hispanic gangs here, some of the most pronounced and prolific gangs in human history. And so when I made my top martial arts challenge, lots of these people were already in contact with me. I grew up with, in the sense that I hung out with certain people from various organizations, what have you. Yeah, I'm not a gang member. You should see the playlist about my story. But they basically gave me my respect in a sense that they didn't challenge my argument of me being Christ in the top martial arts ever possible. When I went to Oakland, the extension of their network, they were aware that I was going to do so, that I was going there. They didn't try to confront me. They didn't try to haggle me. And I can respect that, as much as the righteous person should respect it. America has the most martial arts schools of any nation in the world. Even China and India. They have many times more people. There's last time I checked it was 1.3, but it might be as much as 1.6 or so billion people in China and India. Very populated nations. But America has more martial arts schools than they do. And many of them are very impoverished and malnutrition, and they wouldn't stand much of a chance against me, what have you. So therefore, America is the most competitive martial arts place on the planet. Okay? Pretty straightforward. And to triumph in California, which is the most populated state in America, which is one of the most populated countries, which, as I said before, has the most martial arts schools of any nation in the world. At this time, it's still known as the Promised Land, where people from all over the world come here. They come here to impress upon other groups what their races and their tribes and their nations are made of. There's all kinds of martial arts schools. Brazilian, Filipino, okay, Korean and Japanese and Chinese, Angolan. And there's people from various social clubs and organizations that come from various places in the world. So trust me when I tell you that my martial art challenge is the most significant in human history. When I made it in 2013, their mind control wasn't that effective. They weren't sabotaging people to that much of a degree. And the years that would follow, from 2013 to 2007, it hit very hard. 2017, it hit very hard. And after that, the sabotage that they were doing already drastically increased. It was a marked increase in sabotage, and it really ruined all the martial art challenges that are going to come after my flesh dies. It ruined them beyond a reasonable doubt. You can't trust the government or the secret societies that refuse to rally to me. The people who refuse to have the honor to rally to me and give me my rightful place, you can't trust them to have a fair challenge. There's no such thing as a fair challenge, because the breeding overkills that. They control the breeding. I don't have any children. My brothers don't have any children that I know of. Certainly don't have any sons. That's how much they cheat people. My father's a brain surgeon from the center of the martial art line. The martial art center of all humanity, when you look at it universally speaking, as Africa is the founding place, the Kuro-Obi black belt, it points to the Igbo tribe, the center part, right? Martial arts is about building character, the essence of characters, the Son of God coming down from the sky, the Skywalker's center. So when you do the math, you find that it is laughable for other people to argue that I'm wrong. For anybody. What can they say? Let me tell you about, for those of you from another country who might come across this video, the Bloods and the Crips are so prolific that there's Bloods and Crips in other states. There are Norteños and Serenos in other states. They're so prolific. And this is the Mecca. California is the Mecca of this form of gang banging. Bruce Lee had his schools in California. When there's movies with martial art heroes and da-da-da-da-da, we're filmed in Hollywood, California. That's where they're centered. It's the center for martial art competition on the entire planet. And my challenge has been going for 11 years, and if compensated, and some of these people have the power to compensate me with their network by itself. It's up to $100 million. Pay nothing if you lose. $50 just to show. And some of these gang members are hungry out there. They rob people for $20. They kill people over $20. They knew they get $50 a show, $60,000 if they win. None of them tried to rob me to any significant degree. Not a single one of them. That is how much power and respect that I have. I'm the true power on this planet. Well, other people who want to argue that they're just as good or better, they're just jaw-jacking. The types of people in the pen who would make short work out of them, they'd shank them to death in no time flat. I would make short work out of them. I'd outmaneuver them and cut their fucking heads off. Gut them. Finish them off quickly. And the pictures that I posted, at this time at least, should more than satisfy you about that. Because I am the top. And just because their jaw-jacking won't stop doesn't mean that their spirits haven't been dropped.